And that's stumped. Well, what a start for Stuart MacGill. Really, he frustrated Gary Kirsten. And Kirsten really showed that he's not a very good player of spin. Came down the spin and spun past the pads there. And a good take by Haddon.
And let's see where this pitch is. Outside leg stump, turns a long way. Haddon does well with the feet as much as the hands. And that's a great piece of work. Looked a bit sloppy in the end, but very effective. The first wicket goes down with 67 on the board.
That's a bad one. Now, in the air, and that brilliant catch by Mark Higgs. That was a fantastic catch, and Kerry, not always the best balls get the wickets, do they?
They don't indeed, but this was more Mark Higgs's catch than the quality of the delivery or the lack of it. Boy, that's a good effort. He misfielded in the previous over, allowed 4 runs, but in the air, he's chased a wide. He didn't get as much on it, but that's a leap. And is that a classic catch or not? Mark Higgs, take a bow. They don't come any better than that. It's 3 for 235.
Justin Ontong, the new batsman. 1,811 runs, 3 centuries. Comes to the wicket, just a couple of minutes to go. And a wrong one, first up. Might have picked up just a little edge. Comes to the wicket. Didn't quite pick it. Haven't seen many wrong uns from Stuart MacGill today.
Oh dear.
Well bowled again. Just aiming for that rough. Drive not quite on, particularly for a new batsman.
Oh, MacGill's in the frame here. A non-picked wrong and a big stretch to push down the line to a big leggy.
That should be out. Caught behind. So Stuart MacGill in this last over before the tea break has picked up 2 wickets. Now Ontong there showing a complete lack of experience against leg spin. Just throwing the pad down and defensively going at it. Went at it for a tentative type drive and not a bad catch either, because that was going off the bat. Popping, beautifully set up by Stuart MacGill. Lance Klusener, not a clue coming in at number 6 against MacGill. It was just a matter of time.
Well, he set him up with it. The top spinner, a big spinner that took him on the pads, and then finally wide of off stump, the big gap. Warne went through that in Adelaide. MacGill's gone through it here. It's 5 for 239.
Yeah!
Trapped in front, is he? He's out. MacGill gets his fifer. Tremendous effort by MacGill.
Well, what an absolutely sensational over. Brought back on in lieu of the second new ball, and he's just ripped 3 past the outside edge. Now this one did a pitch outside leg stump. He's played well back inside his crease, and that looks absolutely ugly. I think that is hitting off stump.
Off stump for mine, 47, 6 for 344.
Big smiles for MacGill. He's got 5. 32 overs on day 1 of the Shield game. Well, that is Warne-esque.
It is, and selector David Byrne is at the ground. He came here to have a look at a fair few players, and the Blue selectors scratched most of those players, but he did come here to see Stuart MacGill, and he would have liked what he's seen so far.
Oh, absolutely, without question. Let's have a look at it again. The big question, does it pitch outside leg stump? And it's so hard to tell because Boucher's covered the stump, so we've got nothing to go on. But only a piece of the ball has to, like just the left-hand edge. You know, and that is comprehensive. I'm pretty sure that wasn't missing off.
Henry, I think it was the 4 balls before that ball which actually got the wicket.
Ball this. I'm not going to get LBW to it.
Is that the top spinner? Yes. Going straight on, MacGill got him. 75, Gibbs is gone.
Well, if it is a straight one, that is a good piece the strategic bowling by Stewie McGill. We talked about the only way he gets an LBW is with the straight-on one, the one out of the front of the hand. And this is full, hits him on the half volley, and that's pretty close. 1 for 109.
Now that's in the air. This should be out. And that's disappointing end to that innings. Michael Clarke taking the catch down the backward square leg, about 20 metres from the bat. Gary Kirsten no doubt would have liked to have got 100.
Certainly was. He's worked very hard, and now they're pretty happy to get one. Here, Gutsy called a sweep. It bounced, took the top edge. He knows he's dead there. And that brings up McGill's 7th wicket for the match. 2 wickets in this innings, and now they're 2 for 190.
Is there an edge there? They heard the noise. There was an edge. A little mini collapse here. He was scratchy this morning. And he just got a scratch on that one as well.
Yeah, it's been a lengthy innings, and he's not that happy either, but we'll have a look at this. It's well taken by Haddon. It's something there. That was obviously a big noise. Rudolph doesn't think it's bat. It's tough to tell front on. Obviously a noise, but the wicket's down anyway. It's now 4 for 200.
In front, big appeal.
Well, now, they might have turned too far.
He picked that well, didn't he?
No. Is it missing leg? No, that is hitting middle stump, and when Bob Barry sees that replay, he will be embarrassed, because this is hitting middle stump. Oh, that is palpably LBW.
He didn't show the wrong one too much in the first innings, but we're seeing it in the last 3 overs. Oh, got him with the edge. This time he's out, so he did no damage. It's a pair. Another one for Ontong. 2 pairs, one for Klusner, one for Ontong. He'd be a batsman.
Well, he hasn't read that at all, has he? He's missed the wrong one. He's nicked the leg spinner. He's out.
And that is almost identical fashion to the first innings. We drove in a very full ball from McGill. Didn't play for the spin. Now 5 for 201.